goals, I know they say it to men, like when you chase women, you'll lose money, but when you chase money, women will chase you, something like that. So I feel like it's the
Right.
same.
You know, when you chase, well, I'm gonna say it so it can be unisex. You know, I try to make it unisex,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the story behind it. See, when you chase after sex and dumb stuff like that, you're gonna lose every time. But when you chase after your purpose, you know, you gain everything you want. When you chase after people, you lose money. You don't
Yeah.
lose money, you know, chasing after money. You know, if that makes sense. But the thing is, focus on your purpose and goals. Like I said before, and it scares a lot of people when I say this. We all gonna goddamn die. You know, we gonna kick that damn bucket one day. You know, and they gotta write an obituary. They got like, okay, they're gonna have the pen like, okay, what they all say when I went to go to funerals and stuff like that, they all say, what did this person do in their lifetime? And everybody got to think and ponder and all that stuff. Man, this person ain't did shit, man. They was a good co-worker. They show up on time. That was everybody else, you know, obituary, they ain't did that. But if you did something with your life, it's gonna be like a book, obituary, like, okay, this person helped the poor, they feed the sick, they went to Africa, helped them little kids over there, they hook up the light system like Akon did over there in that, you know, poor ass country. Now if you're from this country, you listen to this, no disrespect. You know, he built a real life Wakanda, you know, things like that. They gonna put that in your obituary. You know, that little slash in the middle of your birth date and your death date, that's our lifetime. And we just gotta do stuff in that time period, you know, that worth living. I don't think God built us and made us just for us to sit around and go to work every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, watch I get shot for saying that.
I agree. No, because the 9 to 5 is a new slave plantation. You know what I mean? It's because a lot of times you don't even want to go. You don't want to be there. You're just doing it for a check. You angry versus when you're doing stuff you love, you're happy, like you're being creative, you're putting new ideas into the universe, and that's what it's all about. So I do agree. There's nothing wrong with having a job, but also work on your goals and your dreams on the side as well, you know? And
Exactly.
then that'll turn into a full-time job. And then it never feels like work, you know? So
Exactly. You know, kind of like that's what I do. See, the thing is, the ultimate goal is freedom. If anybody listen to this, the ultimate goal is freedom. We're not working for money, we're working for freedom. I mean, money comes along with it, but the freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want, and live life on your time. That's the ultimate goal. Not as picket sign shit in the, you know, in the street. Y'all ain't doing nothing, you know, because somebody got to make a decision. Okay, now let's give them what they want. Now, when you work for freedom, your own self, become self-independent, rely on yourself, self-reliance. A great book by Ralph Waldo Emerson, if that is his last name, Ralph Waldo, that nerdy dude. And you work for freedom and stuff like that. I'm a living testimony of what I'm saying. I used to go to work every morning, work, slave myself out when some dude I don't damn know telling me what to do. I'm like, man, and he fussing at me. I'm like, if I didn't have that job, bro, I would bust your ass. But at the same time, I don't want to go to jail. So I started coming up with strategies and stuff like that to leave. I couldn't come up with nothing. But I was still doing these videos. But I was still trying to look for a way to quit my job. But, you know, like I said, I was joining the well. To the day, I still feel a certain way doing these videos. I'm like, I don't want to do this shit. I don't want to do it, but I can't sleep at night. Like, wake your ass up. Like, okay, you don't want to do no videos? No sleep. You know, just like, oh, man. Then it's like, when I don't do it, it's like a feeling come over you. Like, it's like a naggy, bothering feeling, like a little kid poking at you. Like, okay, you ain't going to get no sleep until you do this. Now, when I do it, I feel relieved. All right, cool. You know, all right, good. Then I see the side effects of it. You know, I really like the fact that what I'm doing, my life experience, touching other people and then turning their life around. The money and all that stuff, cool. that's great. But my experience that I went through and the hell I went through, I'm like, all right, cool, I made it out of that. Now I'm looking back and seeing some other people, they're still in that situation. What I look like just walking away, like, man, help them. But that'll bother me. I got a conscience, so I got to go back and help them. I don't want to, but that's what I do.
I think it's amazing. Usually we go through things not for ourselves, but for other people. So you and your relationship back then, you probably didn't see that breakup was probably a blessing in disguise. Like,
I hear that a lot. Yeah, it was, but at the time when I was going through it, hell no, it wasn't no blessing. It was hell. It was misery. Like I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. All I could have think about is like, I know put all this time and effort and energy into this relationship, and this is the results I get. I should bust your ass, man. But I'm just speaking for the people what they think. They're like, man, because a lot of people they go down that road. They're like, I can't believe I did this. It's an actual video of this lady going to this dude's job, and I think she ran his ass over. Then the bumper came off. She took the bumper and hit him with the bumper, and what she said was, and I'm gonna put my time and my energy into this man. I don't know what he did for all that. He probably was cheating on him. But anyway, but still, he got his ass run over and hit with a bumper. That's why I say you don't play with people's time, especially if they're investing in you, and been there with you through thick and thin, and you go off and do some crazy stuff like that. People flip the hell out.
Yeah.
Just like this lady. She probably don't even feel bad that she went to jail. She probably sitting in jail with a smile. At least I ran his ass over.
Now he feels the pain I feel.
Yeah, so
what's she thinking?
But the thing is, every sex, it's not a woman's thing or a man's thing. It's a world thing. It's been going on before we was here. I'm just sitting here studying history, and I was studying. This is my nerd side talk. I was studying Vincent van Gogh, the painter. The dude that chopped his ear off. One of his girlfriends was a prostitute. When he met her, she was pregnant with another man's baby, with another grown, I think a 12-year-old child. And she had, gonorrhea. She gave him gonorrhea too, and stuff like that. And he was all sick up in the hospital and stuff like that. By the time he made it out of the hospital, let's guess where she was at.
With another man?
Go. She went back to the streets. Therefore, she was for the streets, But at the same time, he fall in love with that prostitute ass woman. He gave that prostitute his heart. But at the same time, that's all he wanted. It might seem sick to us, but feelings,
Yeah.
That prostitute in. Ugh. Can you picture that, moving a prostitute in your house?
The heart wants what the heart wants. People say all the time, can't turn a hoe into a housewife, but hoes be winning. They get married every day, B. So
because this is the reason why the hoes be winning. Because they remove feelings from the equation. They ain't got no feelings. They ain't got no emotions. They're like, I'm just doing this for a benefit. I'm doing this because I need to be saved. I'm not doing this for love and happiness and all that stuff. That's an illusion of them. They know. The best person, if you want to know how men really think, go talk to a prostitute. I know a lot of women are like, nah, go talk to a prostitute. Prostitutes and pimps, they know everything from A to Z. I study pimps because they know Malcolm X words. If you want to know how this operate, go study pimps. Prostitutes, they know. That's why they're winning.
Yeah, but I feel like we're not animals and we were meant to love and to feel. True. But I think we make the mistake of loving and feeling and giving our emotions to the wrong people instead of vetting them first. That's really what it be about. Because, be people that be married for 30, 40 years and just amazing. But, You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure they had to love each other and be vulnerable. But I feel like where people get brokenhearted and making a person their everything is because that person never should have been your everything. Like they weren't worth all that, you know?
Exactly.
I think it's just
You know, ignoring the red flags. A lot of people ignore the red flag just as, you know, they just decided they got somebody.
Yeah. There you go.
I got a man. Half a man is better than no man. Well, I got a girl. It's better than, you know, touching myself at night and stuff like that. So, like people like this motherfucker crazy, ain't it? But anyway.
No, yeah. That is how people, but guess, so there we go too. I feel like, wouldn't you consider that having like not having the abundance mindset? Because I know you talk about that in your videos too, having the abundance mindset. Like there is no such thing as half a man or half a, either somebody come to you correct what you want or not, or you could get somebody else. That's how you have to feel. Like, you know what I mean? You feel like you're that person, you know? But you know what? You're not going to feel that way if you're not working on yourself, if you're not bettering yourself, if you're not on your grind. You know what I mean? That's the only reason why people take scraps or try to have a half a man. No, what you want is out there, but you have to like get better, get on your grind. Like, you know what I mean? Fall into place. So can you talk more about having the abundance mindset?
I mean, the thing is, God gave us abundant mindset to begin with. I mean, it's installed inside of us. Because the thing is, you go back to the book of Genesis, God told Adam, I give you power over everything that's in the sea, the land, and the air. So that means we got power and domain over everything. That means you don't have to sit there and accept that BS. He gives you power and domain over everything. I'm not saying over people. No, you can't control people, but you can control your atmosphere. Who you let come and go into your life. You got the complete power over that. If they want to leave, I mean, you know, let them go. You know, let them go. Just forget them. You know, because the thing is how it's set up. God built this earth for us to enjoy. If people don't want to, you know, be in your atmosphere in your world, let them go. Someone better will come along. At 1.7 billion people on this earth, someone better will come along. Somebody say people is like buses. That one goes, another one on the way coming. I'm not saying, well, it got some truth to it. So the thing is, not to sound cocky, I know a lot of people say you're real cocky, but you gotta love yourself to the point of like, well, I'm the prize. I'm it. If you don't want this, you either gay. I can't say that. Oh, something wrong with you. Something totally wrong with you because I'm the prize. You don't want no part of this, then something wrong with you.
No, that's real. I agree. Like, and everybody should have that. Like, everybody should feel that way. It's not that you're being cocky or anything like that, but it's like you said, it's something that's instilled from us. Like God gave us this ability. Even David said that I praise you, Lord, because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Like, you know, you have to feel that way about yourself. Like, wait a minute, I'm a big deal. And you know what I mean? You could be humble with it inside, but you know, I seen somewhere they said you have to leave the table when respect is no longer being served. So you know what I mean? Like I gotta go. Like if you don't see this, then let me pick up and carry on. You know, but you're not gonna disrespect me.
Modern day time, that's what they call a narcissist. They're like, oh, you being a narcissist? Oh, you full of yourself? Well, I'd rather be called a narcissist than someone with low self-esteem or a pushover. You know, most people get the word narcissist, you know, mixed up. Brushing your teeth in the morning is a narcissistic act. You know, narcissist is being selfish, pretty much. But it's, you know, it got a extreme narcissism where you want to take advantage of people. Yeah, that's what people talk about. But they just get it twisted sometimes. You know, a lot of people get that mixed up. But me, I'm not a narcissist. I'm arrogant. I love myself because the reason I love myself, I came a long way, you know, from the bottom. You know, I pretty much made myself to what I am today. I'm not going to get on here and brag and say what I got and stuff like that. But I came a long way, you know. Started off from the projects. Everybody know when you in the project, you ain't got much. You know, from the projects to Section 8. Projects and the Section 8 is two different things. Section 8 is a little bit better than the projects. You know, a lot of people get it mixed up. The project is the worst. You can hear somebody talking while you in your house. You know, like if they got their TV loud and you trying to sleep, man, you got to deal with it. If your neighbors got roaches, you know, you got roaches. That's the bottom for me. And, you know, I worked my way out of that to where I'm at now. I ain't gonna go ahead and go into detail, make it seem like I'm bragging. So that's why it makes me arrogant and stuff like that. It make me cocky. Same way when Jesus went in that church and started turning over tables and hitting people with that little whip, and he had to disappear in the crowd. He was cocky then, right? Because the thing is, he loved the church. He see people tripping in the church, so he got outraged and stopped turning over tables. I didn't come up with that.
But why it gotta be cocky, or why do you have to say you're arrogant? How about I'm a child of God? God created me. So God don't want me down here on earth being treated some kind of way. I'm his child. So just let me remove myself. So my father don't get mad at you. So you know what I mean? I just feel like that's what it's about. Like if I'm honoring God, I have to honor myself, you know what I mean? Because he created me. So that's what I feel like it should be. It's not that you're cocky or nothing like that, but like kind of like what you just said, like you went through, you experienced life. So yeah, I'm a shine. Like, yeah, I'm gonna like, yeah, it wasn't handed to me. So I should feel good about myself. Like I made it out. A lesser person may not. So I feel like you should be proud of yourself, and it don't make you cocky or nothing. I just wrote on Instagram, I feel like confidence is only offensive to people that don't have any. Like, you know what I mean? People that don't have no confidence or want to feel a certain type of way about you and yours. But somebody with confidence is gonna be like, yes, go ahead, shine. Like I'm gonna be that person. Like I like people that think that they're all that. I like people that like are kind of full of themselves, because you should. Because I feel like in life, so many people are trying to break you down and bring you down. So if you're one of the people that love yourself and feel good about yourself, I'm here for it. Like I'm gonna be cheering you on too. Like, yes, go, dude. You're doing that. So I say all that to say, don't dim your light. Don't like, it doesn't make you cocky or nothing like that. But I did want to ask another question. So in chapter 4 of your book, Always Win Through Your Actions, you talk about giving people the gift of your absence. How do you give people, or when should you give people the gift of your absence?
When they go to the disrespectful part. See, when they start doing that disrespect and all that stuff, that disrespecting your boundary, doing things that they know you don't like. That's when you gotta like, okay, let me remove myself. See, the thing is like this. 9 times out of 10, when people do stuff, overstep boundaries, say what they're gonna say and do what they're gonna do, they know for a fact you might don't like it. But that don't stop them. That don't stop them. Because the thing is, they don't feel no punishment come behind it. A lot of people don't realize this, and I'm gonna say it. Fear is stronger than love. Fear is stronger than love, because the punishment sticks with people. Love, they're like, it fades away.
They take it for granted.
Exactly, they take you for granted. So the thing is, they can't take you for granted if you're not there. You gotta let people know, like, look, I'm willing to walk away. I'll replace you. When you go to your job, you don't go to your job acting a damn fool, because they'll replace you. They're like, okay, she tripping today. Hey, cancel ass, man, and go in that file with full application of other people and replace her. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Everybody replaceable. I know that sounds horrible, but it's the truth.
No.
Your presence is a presence. If that makes sense.
It do.
Like, okay, my presence is a present. Now, what you do with it is up to you. If you disrespect it, then I'm gonna take your present away from you. And
I like that.
You gotta appreciate it while you got it. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying in a nutshell. So, and that's the thing. You don't argue with people. You don't fuss with them. I don't do none of the arguing and fussing and stuff. You got to show people. Because all that arguing and fussing, they're going to go back to their original dumbass idea what they had to start off with. You can have evidence, facts, proof, everything. They're going to still, go back to their original thought. For example, when not suckers, when people go to jail, what they say in the Quran? That ain't me, Your Honor. I didn't do it. That ain't you on the camera. You holding up your ID. That's your mama in the back saying, calling your name, and they'll still say, that ain't me. That ain't me. How you plead? Not guilty. Man, we got your ass on camera. People don't like accepting accountability and responsibility for their action. They'll do that devious backstabbing stuff to you and think nothing of it. But at that moment, you got to show people and punish people. And the ultimate punishment and the ultimate revenge, remove yourself from them.
I like that.
That's what you
like that. Yep. I agree. So, also in chapter 12 of your book, titled Put Yourself in a Position to Win, you write about how there is like no go around or no restart button in life, so focus on yourself. But if you could go back and do something over again, what would you tell like your younger self? Like, what would you restart again in your life?
Oh, man. Nah, I wouldn't do nothing different. Because every step and every moment led me to this position I'm at now. So if I go back and change something, you never know, man. I might be a male prostitute or a gigolo or something like that. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna leave that the same. And I don't want to change nothing, Just go back in time. Hey, avoid this person right here, because they're gonna break your heart, or they're gonna do this and do this. Then I listen to that, and the next thing I know, I might be a drug dealer or something like that. So I wouldn't change nothing, because everything I went through is for a reason, What I think of is this, This says, like, for example, if Jesus could have go back and talked to himself, like, hey, Judas gonna kiss you on the cheek tomorrow night, don't show up in the garden. What would he do? Where would we be? Think about it. So therefore, he knows what's gonna happen, guys. He didn't want to do it. That's another young guy. He didn't want to do what he wanted to do either. So, I wouldn't change nothing, because everything that happened for a reason. Even the people that passed on and stuff like that, grandma, my mom, they passed on. I wouldn't change nothing, because what I'm doing now, I know for a fact it makes them proud. So, so I wouldn't change nothing. Nothing. I wouldn't change nothing. Damn thing. But the thing about the no reset button, the thing is, we can't go back in time. That's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, I didn't like this day. Let me rewind it. Let me go back 24 hours so I can restart it. Nah, we can't do that, because there's no reset button. If that's the case, I would bring back a lot of damn people. I would bring back my grandma, my mom, and all them other people. I'll bring back Tupac, Michael Jackson, all them. Even Prince. I was like, hey, Prince, hit the reset button. Bring Prince back. Tell him not to take them pills. But, I'll bring all them people back. But the thing is, they don't exist. And this is it, If this the game is called life. And we all playing in it. We got to all play our position. Then when the end of the game go, stop. Then I guess we go to the other side. I don't know what's over there, but that's why I say, since you're in the game now, play your best part. Go ahead and stack up your scoreboard and do what you got to do so you can be remembered. You're MVP. I just made that shit up just a while ago, but just do what you're gonna do before your time run out. 50 years from now, you want somebody to the least read about you. Like, okay, I like that guy Warren. He goofy as hell. He got like a childlike personality, but I like some of the things he be saying. I can relate to him. He goofy as hell though. But
I
at the
like
same time,
that.
you're introvert.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Well, I like that. That's a very good perspective. So no do overs and like just readjustments and go after your dreams and goals now because you don't got time to waste.
exactly. You know,
Gotcha.
exactly.
So in chapter 6 of your book, titled "The Reason Why the Narcissistic Rebounded So Fast," you wrote, "Pain changes people. The
Mm-hmm.
pain wakes you up to the truth. Without pain, there's no growth."
Mm-hmm.
So, can you share with us the most significant challenge or pain that you felt and how you grew or learned from it?
Oh man.
Yeah, we're going deep. Hmm.
Yeah. So what happened was like when I was going through my little situation a while back, it woke me up like, okay, I can't be in a relationship and do these simp ass activities and stuff like that. So I had like, okay, everything I learning is the opposite. And the thing is that pain and stuff that you go through, it don't go away until you start learning and you reprogram your mindset. So the thing is, a lot of people they go through like a lot of incidents. Let's use oh man, let's use Samson in the Bible, Samson and Delilah. If I'm saying the name right.
Yeah, you are. Mhm.
Before when they were plucking his eyes out and they had him tied up to them beams and stuff like that, that man was in pain. But I guarantee you, if he would have healed and he would have lived, I guarantee you, he probably would have been better than what he was already was. So you're like, I know not to trust, trust that
Those
person.
types. Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. That type again. He learned a lesson. Pain teaches you. I think what teaches you the most is what they say, heartbreak, being broke, and I don't know the rest of them. But I just know for me, being broke, hell, can't go in the store and buy nothing. You gotta see, be poor all the time. That pushes you to a certain limit too. And being heartbroken, like, damn, I thought. How often you hear people say, "Well, when I get in this relationship, I'm gonna be the best person this person ever have." And reality show to come along like, nah, it don't work that way. The opposite works. The complete opposite. I had to learn that the hard way, but it goes in other areas of your life too. If you want to like achieve your goals, you gotta like weightlifting, training, all that stuff. Like when you go to the gym, moving on weights, that shit hurt. That on weights, it hurt. You throw up a couple times. But if you can endure the pain, keyword endure the pain, you get better, stronger, wiser, and sharper. That's how it is. Like Jesus, they beat the hell out of him. I mean, I didn't want to say it like that, but some Bible thumpers like you can't be cussing and saying that. But they beat that dude pretty much half to death. But after he went through that pain and hanging on that cross and all that stuff, he came back with the key of life. He went to hell, came back the key to life. He came back around, walk around and all that stuff, show people his little, nail, his bullet wounds, not bullet wounds, his nail wounds and stuff like that. And he looked like a champ. But before he got to that stage, he had to go and endure that pain. Just it sucks, but pain is necessary. Somebody like you sound crazy as hell, but it's necessary. Then your mama had pain, labor pains to bring you in the world. If that makes sense. Then she had them labor pains or water froze. She had to go through those labor pains pushing you out. Now look what the world have.
Mhm. No, I like that, and I agree. It's kind of like when after you get your heart broken or something like that, and you're wiser and stuff, and you
Yeah.
go through a situation like you go into another relationship, and the person try to leave you and stuff, you be like, okay, bye. You know what I mean? I don't already have my heart broken. Like, what more can you do to me? So big deal. Or kind of like you were saying, like growing up poor. It's just like, okay, like if I don't make no, if somehow I can't get no money, like it's not going to kill me. I know I'm not going to go crazy because I've been there, done that. I know how to survive.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it do
Right.
a stronger person, and
That's
that's
right.
what I like about pain and situations too. Growing up poor, because I remember TDJ said something like that. He said although he lived in the ghetto, he didn't think in the ghetto. And he said he used to use ketchup as spaghetti sauce because he didn't, that's how poor they were. But like TD Jakes now, you know what I mean? Like you already know, like he's